Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And boy, we got a show here for you guys here today. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel if you haven't already. So today we got a little bit of drama that we're going to be covering right now. As you all know, with the advent of social media and video platforms like YouTube and others, it has given a platform to people to basically give their opinions when that was impossible 20 years ago. YouTube was invented in 2005. So less than 20 years ago, none of this would have been possible. But with the advent of YouTube and other platforms out there, people can now get their voices out there and you can build platforms for yourself. And in the case of NBA players, they can now control their own narrative, right? It's not their stories are not, they're not being told only by traditional old media people in the media. They can actually go out there, put on a mic, put on a camera, and basically speak directly to their audience or their fans or whatever it is. So that's what social media is doing, right? And technology is doing. And some people are excelling at it. People like JJ Redick, Draymond Green, and others are excelling at it. But it seems like some NBA players are not fond of what some of these guys are doing. A lot of them are not fans of what some of these guys are doing. And one of these players in particular was former NBA player Brandon Jennings. Now, Brandon Jennings was a very sensational point guard, played in the NBA for a number of years. He played with the Milwaukee Bucks. He's from LA. I believe he's from Compton, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's from California, that I know for sure. And he's always had strong opinions about Draymond Green. And just this morning, while kind of doing some research, came across an article here from fadeawayworld.net where he basically shared his opinions on some of the things that he had, some of the things that he's seen in the NBA. So I just want to get into what he had to say here. I'm just going to read a little bit what he said. He said, "I think every NBA player that has a podcast that is talking is karma," Jennings stated. "If you look at Draymond and how the Warriors are playing, it's just bad. Every player that's talking on the mic while they're playing basketball is just karma. Patrick Beverley, all of them. They're just having terrible seasons or it's just not going their way. They just yapping. It's like, shut up and play basketball." Woo. Now, what I like about what Brandon Jennings did there is that he put a name to it. He wasn't just talking in general. I don't like what player. Nah, specify who you're talking about. And in this particular case, he called out Patrick Beverley and he called out one Draymond Green. But it doesn't stop there, because this is not the first time Brandon Jennings has had this type of energy for one Draymond Green. He actually has been keeping this energy with Draymond for quite some time now. And I want to read from a Clutch Points article that was produced back in October last year, 2022. And I want to read from this. Warriors News. Draymond Green exposed by ex-NBA star over 2018 LeBron event amid Jordan Poole scandal. Draymond Green just proved to the world he doesn't take crap from anybody. For his part, Golden State's Warrior Jordan Poole learned the hard way after he got punched in the face by Green during a heated incident at practice. As it turns out, however, this might all be a facade. According to former NBA star Brandon Jennings, Green is actually what you like to call a fake tough guy. In a now deleted tweet, Jennings called out Green for attacking Poole inside an NBA facility, which he considers to be safe ground. He tweeted, "Yes, you doing all of that because you in the NBA, because you in this NBA facility, which is safe ground. But at Delilah with Tristan, when he open hand slapped him, he didn't do nothing in front of LeBron and Drake and signed with Braun, and then the next week." Woo. That's Brandon Jennings for you. What are my thoughts on this? What I like about Brandon Jennings is that he's not mincing words. Okay? He's not mincing words. He's not playing by the code of, well, I'm an athlete. These are format. No. He's like, listen, we're all athletes here, but primarily we're all people. And I'm not going to get along with every single person or agree with every single thing every person does because we're athletes. No. You're an athlete, but you can do some stuff that I thoroughly disagree with, and I'm going to call you out by name. So he's not sticking to that code. He's calling it out the way he sees it. Now, in the case of what he was saying, there possibly is some truth to it. But what I've noticed about Draymond Green is that he is very savvy about his use of social media and his podcasting. Give you guys an example. Last year in the finals, Draymond Green was playing terribly in the finals. But he was going on his podcast and producing shows after every game. And what ended up happening was we spent more time talking about what he was saying versus his actual play on the court. So he was using his podcast as a way to literally hypnotize you and take your attention off of his terrible production on the basketball court. So in that particular instance, it served him. He used it to his advantage. And in addition to that, it grew his platform even further because he was trending. The Warriors are in the NBA Finals. So obviously, you're going to be trending a lot when you're one of the players in that series going on your show. That's the one thing. So Draymond Green uses it well there. Draymond Green uses his show, I believe, the way most people use media. You look for a big story, something that usually has something to do with drama, and you talk about it. If you look at Draymond Green's shows, the shows that do the best are the ones that have some type of drama. He's been producing shows for weeks now, but the one that we've been talking about as of recent is the back and forth with him and Dylan Brooks. But he's had other episodes on there. Now, they don't get as much attention because they're not as juicy. So it's serving Draymond maybe in the sense that of whatever goals he may have post-NBA career. You already see he's part of the NBA on TNT crew, right? So maybe it's something that's ultimately working out for him. In the case of what Brandon Jennings is saying, he's saying that the guys that are doing all of this talking, they're not having successful individual campaigns. There's some truth to that as well. And that's his opinion, right? But I'm sure if you ask Patrick Beverley or Draymond Green about what Brandon Jennings said, they'll probably feel otherwise. In the case of him going to Draymond Green, I think that he may not be fond of Draymond because of what he did to Jordan Poole, and maybe he doesn't feel like he's a tough guy. Maybe he feels like he's a selective tough guy. He knows who to try with, and he knows who not to try it with. And maybe that's something that irks him, and that's the reason he's speaking out about it so candidly. So who knows? What I want to know from you guys, what do you think about this exchange here? Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And also, before I let you guys go, do you think that guys or active players should be podcasting while a season is going on? Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we catch you on the next show. Peace.